Welcome back to SB Nation, here with Gary Stevenson. Pac-12 Enterprises, I got that right?
You got it right.
All right, what does that encompass?
Well, Pac-12 Enterprises, we have our linear networks, which are one national network and 6 regionals. We have a digital network, which is, as you can expect, everything digital. And then we have our sponsorships and properties group. So we've got all the championship games that we brought in-house, and so we'll sell across all those entities.
What are the goals? Launches in a couple of weeks-ish from right now. What are the goals upon launch as for distribution, as for content, as for, I guess, reception?
Well, we're kind of in a fortunate situation on the distribution front because we've had 4 affiliate partners for over a year now. Time Warner, Comcast, Cox, and Bright House. And those 4 companies pass 40 million homes out of the 100 million cable homes. So we already have very strong affiliate deals, and of course we're working on new ones. But really our goal is to represent the conference and the university's brands in a great way and reflect how strong those brands really are. So we'll produce 850 events in the first year. 30 of them are football games, 35 are football games, and it's going to be exciting.
Now, you mentioned that there will be the events over the course of the next year. What is the short term? I don't know if 2 years is a term for short term, but where do you want to be, I guess, in a couple of years?
Well, we really are going to be an event-centric network and networks. But based on the 12 universities that we have, we think every year there'll be more and more what we call shoulder programming or additional content that will come from those universities, produced by students or produced by us from the campus. But there's so many rich stories and traditions to tell. So over time, you'll see a lot more content on the networks that actually emanate from the campuses themselves.
Right, and the Pac-12 network is obviously not the first conference proprietary, even team proprietary network that we've seen in college sports. What have you taken from what the Big Ten network has done, or the Longhorn network? I'm not assuming you've actually seen the Longhorn network because not many people have. But what have you taken from those launches, those productions?
Well, our structure is different than theirs.
Right.
Our structure, we are owned 100% by the universities, which is different than the Big Ten network. We have great admiration for what the Big Ten network has done, and we've watched them very carefully. I think in our case, we'll dig deeper on the campuses and we'll have an opportunity to tell more stories because we have 6 regional networks.
Right. And you mentioned digital space as being part of Pac-12 Enterprises. What are the short-term and long-term goals as for distribution, as for what you broadcast, whether it's online, iPads, whatever? I mean, obviously the Pac-12 is a very forward-thinking network and conference.
So what you'll see when we launch is a totally reskinned and reformatted Pac12.org, which actually will be Pac12.com.
Right.
And I think you're going to see a lot more visual aesthetics and less words. And I would say that's kind of across the board. But the opportunity for us in digital is enormous. I mean, think about it. We're going to take all the school websites and we're going to bring those websites over the next 3 years kind of under our auspices, and we'll manage those. So we'll have those 12. We have another 1,400 live events from our campuses that we can produce and air on our digital networks. There's a lot of great content there because of the strength of our Olympic sports. And then our conference, I mean, because we're on the West Coast, everything we're going to do is social. So a lot of our fans really get frustrated if they want to watch, but they also want to participate. Right. So we're building a digital network that's going to allow those fans to participate with one another on a regular basis.
I'm going to ask a follow-up question to that, and that is, in 1 year, if, say, Oregon State is playing Utah, and I'm watching the game on television, and I need to use the restroom, will I be able to take my iPad into the restroom and not miss a beat?
Well, actually, not in 1 year. At launch, you'll be able to take your iPad into the restroom and not miss. So you can, spend as much time in the restroom as you'd like.
See, if I hear something like that from an official person at the Pac-12 network, there's no stopping me.
Well, and then probably 90 days after launch, you'll be able to take your iPhone with you. So just think of the things that you can do.
I like that. So to take it to one step further, can you guarantee me right now, in full high definition, that the Pac-12 will be the first network to play a football game on a space station?
Absolutely. It's guaranteed.
Thank you very much, Gary Stevenson, Pac-12 Enterprises.
Thank you.